Good morning, guys. My name is Lozoan. Now I present about the introduction part. TEALIVE is a Malaysia beverage brand established in 2017 under Loop Holdings and Sdn Berhad. In a short period, it has transformed traditional tea into a modern lifestyle product. Through continuous innovation, trendy store design, and a strong focus on young and urban consumers, TEALIVE has built a distinctive brand identity centered on convenience, personalization, and a temporary lifestyle. One of the TEALIVE main strengths is affordable yet diverse product range. The brand offers a wide selection of freshly brewed beverage, including milk tea, fruit tea, smoothies, coffee, and artisan matcha, as well as seasonal drinks based on the current flavor trends. Customizable sweetness level allow the brand to meet different consumer preferences, helping TLF remain competitions in a crowded beverage market. Good morning, guys. Next, TLF also has a clear international expansion strategy aimed at entering high-growth markets and positioning itself as a global Asian lifestyle tea brand. International expansion helped diversify its market base and strengthen competitiveness through export to global trends. South Korea has been identified as a key target market due to its strong cafe culture, trends driving young populations, high purchasing power, and advanced retail infrastructure. These factors provide a supportive environment for Tea Life's franchise growth and brand localization. Next,
Hi, now I will talk about social cultural environment of South Korea's and political stability environment and how it affects tea life. Starting with social cultural environment, South Korea society is strongly influenced by Confucius values which is emphasize respect, hierarchy and social status. This has made consumers very brand conscious and sensitive to quality and image. Cafe culture in South Korea is not just about drinking of coffee, but it's just more than that. Cafes are in South Korea more to social spaces, which is people work, and take photos to post it on online. Because of this, consumers prefer products that look premium, trendy, and Instagram worthy. Social media trends spread very quickly in South Korea. A good example is Dalgona coffee because we all know that Dalgona coffee is famous and well popular on lockdown of COVID-19. But the Dalgona coffee is started locally and became later a global trend. This shows how powerful online platforms are in shaping consumer behavior. In addition, we all know that South Korea has well-known K-pop culture. K-pop culture plays a major role in influencing fashion, design, and purchasing decisions. Consumers are attracted to bold colors, creative packaging, and limited edition products. For Tea Life, adapting packaging design and collaborating with influencers can help the brand connect with more local consumers. Hi, now we are moving on to political stability. Based on research, uh, South Korea is a stable and developed democracy with strong institutions. The government is generally business friendly and supports international trade. However, South Korea also has strict regulations, especially for food and beverages products. Companies who are partnering with South Korea's companies, they must comply with safety standards, hygiene requirements, and labeling laws. Based on this chart, In 2023, South Korea scored 0.61 on the Political Stability Index, which shows a relatively stable environment. Although there were brief concerns in late 2024, which shows overall the country remains safe and predictable for foreign businesses. For TEALIVE, this means market is stable, but success depends on full compliance with regulations and responsible business practices. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shen. Right now, I'll be explaining the legal system of South Korea and how it affects TEALIVE entry into this market. So, South Korea, as an overview of their legal system, South Korea operates under a civil law system where laws are written and codified. So, business regulations are clearly defined and strongly enforced by the government inside the country. So, this creates a very transparent and predictable legal environment for the foreign companies like TEALIVE. Hi, so right now next, instead of their franchising and the business regulation, in South Korea, franchising activities are regulated by the Franchise Transition Act, as known as the FFTA. So under this law, franchisors are required to provide detailed disclosure documents to the franchisees. These include information on like pricing, supply costs, and operational requirements. There are also strict record keeping obligations in their countries that you need to make sure that you are compliant to their obligations. So for the TEALIVE, it means that the franchising is allowed by the country, but the problem is the company must ensure their full legal compliance and to avoid their penalties in the country. So they must follow their rules they have inside the South Korea to ensure they have no problem about it, and then there will be a legal compliance of them. As for the part of food and beverage regulation, the food and beverage industry in the South Korea is regulated by the Ministry of Food and Drug Safety, or as called as MFDS. So the MFDS has enforced a strict hygiene and sanitation standard. So the ingredient must be safety rules, and the allergen of labeling requirements is very important for them. So the F&B outlets are also subject to have a regular inspection from in their country. So this is what for showed as the 40 Life. The need to complying with this regulation is essential to maintain the consumer trust in South Korea, and also this is to ensure the smooth business operation inside their country. Although it may increase the operation cost, but this one will not make sure that your business will be running smooth in their country, as you are already implying with what they want from their MFDS. For TEALIVE want to sustain their business inside their country. Next, right now I'll be explaining the economic development and the market attractiveness of South Korea and why this market is so important for TEALIVE international expansion. So, as you can see in here, South Korea is a high-income and highly urbanized country with a strong retail infrastructure. So, major cities such as like Seoul, Busan, Incheon, and Daejeon has a dense population and have a high foot traffic, especially in shopping malls and commercial street, which are very ideal location for the bubble tea outlets, as something like for like TEALIVE. So, although the economic growth has been slow slightly as right now for South Korea, the government has implemented quite some fiscal stimulus measurement to support the domestic consumption. This indicates a strong policy support for the consumer spending in their country. So overall, while consumers may be conscious with their spending, but there will be a strong demand among the younger consumer, as this is very beneficial to the lifestyle brands like TEALIVE in their country, as the people in South Korea will preferably with the lifestyle of the brand. So now, for the bubble tea and specialty beverage demand, the bubble tea and specialty beverage market in South Korea is continuing growing right now. According to the global and regional reports, bubble tea remains as a very popular beverage category, especially among the young consumer. Especially in like South Korea, Gen Z and millennials are trend sensitive and attracted to like creative, premium, and social media friendly drinks. So this matches the TEALIVE brand's positioning, which also focusing on customization beverage and also the modern lifestyle branding. So therefore, South Korea can present a strong demand potential for TEALIVE products. Meanwhile, the other part for the like competitive landscape, the market is highly competitive in South Korea, but South Korea food and beverage retail industry is very crowded with a local cafe and tea chains, international coffee brands, as well as also the regional bubble tea brands from Taiwan or even China. So the competition will be very intense in prime urban location. As a result, TEALIVE must clearly differentiate itself through their strong branding, localized flavors, and promotional strategy, and consistent product quality to make sure they have a competitive chance inside South Korea. Okay, now is the last part will be the cost and operational environment. In terms of cost and operating inside South Korea, it will be very expensive, especially in the urban areas. The cost will be very high, and the workforce for the people in the South Korea will be much more higher, also with their wage of their loss. Additionally, strict hygiene and food safety standard will be increasing the cost as well. But at the positive side, South Korea has an efficient logistic and supply chain system. However, imported ingredients may be subject to custom check and also the duties. So TLF must carefully manage their inventory and pricing strategy because this is something will be causing them a problem if they are trying to do a business in South Korea. But also they have a very reliable supply chain, so there will be lesser concern about the problem of their supply chain of their sending their ingredient into the country. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good afternoon, doctor. My name is Jingting. Today, I will explain the country selection for TEALIVE International Expansion. The country we choose is South Korea. First of all, South Korea have a very strong bubble tea and cafe culture. Many people, especially young consumers, enjoy trying new drinks and spending time in cafe. This is very sustainable for tea life because tea life is not only selling drinks but also a lifestyle experience. Secondly, South Korea is higher, urbanized, and trend-driven country. Young people like to follow trends, try new brands, and share their experience on social media. Delightful colorful drinks and seasonal fabric can easily attack this group of consumers. Another important reason is that South Korea consumers have high processing power. They are willing to pay more for branded beverages, especially if the brands have good quality and strong image. Lastly, South Korea have an advanced digital lifestyle. Mobile payments, food delivery app, and online promotion are usually used. This match well with T-Life digital ordering, e-wallet payment, and online marketing strategy. Therefore, South Korea is chosen as a sustainable and attractive market for T-Life. Next, I will talk about the market potential in South Korea. First of all, the demand for bubble tea and especially drinks in South Korea is growing. Bubble tea have become popular, especially among young consumers and students. Many people like to try new drinks and enjoy cus- customized options such as choosing the sugar level, ice level, and topping. This is one of T-Life main strategy to and give the brands a competitive advantage. Secondly, South Korea consumers are open to international food and beverages brands. They enjoy trying new favorite and different drinks concept from other country. Asian brands are especially popular because they feel family but still unique. As a well-known Malaysian brand, Delight have has the op- opportunity to introduce new fabric and a fresh brand image to the market. In additions, South Korea have very high social media using, like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube are used by young people. Many consumers discover new drinks, those online review, and viral content. This allow TEALIVE to use marketing, social media advancing, and digital and to use marketing, social media advancing, and to increase brand awareness quickly. The bubble tea market is South Korea is competitive. It still have strong and it still has strong growth potential. There are many brands in the market, but consumers always look for something new and exciting. Tea Life can differentiate itself by offering innovative favorite and seasonal drinks and good value for money. This helps the brand adapt and customer to build loyalty. In conclusion, South Korea offers strong market potential for tea life, with growing demand, openness to international brands, and strong digital. South Korea is a sustainable market for tea life international expansion. Next, I will talk about
Good day, doctor. My name is Wei. So today I will be presenting our entry mode and global marketing strategy for TEALIVE expansion into the South Korea market. South Korea is one of the most demanding and competitive beverage market in Asia, with a strong cafe culture and a high level of consumer sophistication. The market is already dominated by well-established local and international brands such as Gongcha, Tiger Sugar, Mega Coffee, and a Tone Spray. Consumers in South Korea place great importance on product quality, innovation, store ambience, and brand image. Therefore, entering this market requires careful planning, strategic positioning, and a well-calculated entry mode to ensure long-term competitiveness and sustainability. Good day, doctor. My name is Wei. The next slide is recommended entry mode for franchising. Based on our analysis, franchising is the most suitable entry mode for TEALIVE to enter South Korea. This entry mode aligns well with TEALIVE's exciting operational model, which is built on standardized brewing recipe, efficient store operations, and modular outlet design. Franchising allows TEALIVE to expand rapidly while minimizing financial risk, as it reduces the need for heavy investment in real estate, revenue, and supply chain infrastructure. In addition, partnering with local franchises enables TEALIVE to benefit from local market knowledge, culture understanding, and regulatory expertise. Since franchising is already a widely accepted and trusted business model in South Korea, this approach increases the likelihood of faster market acceptance and operational consistency. The next slide is recommended entry mode. The next slide is global marketing strategy, product, and pricing. In terms of marketing strategy, TEALIVE should focus on localization while maintaining its Malaysian brand identity. The brand should position itself as a modern Malaysian lifestyle tea brand that offers bold and refreshing flavor. Core menu items such as classic milk tea, brown sugar pure milk tea, fruit tea, and coffee tea fusion drinks should be retained to ensure brand recognition. At the same time, localized offerings are essential to apply to Korean consumer preference. Examples include strawberry pure milk tea using local strawberry, sweet potato pure latte as a seasonal drink, honey citron tea, and matcha-based beverages that align with Korean coffee culture. For pricing, TEALIVE should adopt an affordable premium strategy, positioning itself slightly below premium brands like Tiger Sugar, but above lower-priced bubble tea chains to attract students and young professionals who value quality at a reasonable price. The next slide is global marketing strategy. The next slide for me is brand and promotion. For distribution, TEALIVE should prioritize high-traffic urban areas such as Gangnam, Hongdae, Myeongdong, and major university districts to maximum brand exposure. Expansion can later include shopping malls, subway stations, and food courts. Given South Korea's strong food delivery ecosystem, partnership with platforms such as Baemin, Yogiyo, and Koba Eat will further enhance market reach. Promotional efforts should adopt a digital-first approach, utilizing social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and KakaoTalk, supported by influencer marketing and visually engaging content. Seasonal limited edition beverage and digital loyalty integration can also encourage repeat purchase. In conclusion, a franchising entry move combined with a strong localization-focused global marketing strategy provide TEALIVE with an effective and sustainability pathway to succeed in the South Korean market. That's all for me. Thank you. And now I will.
In conclusion, TLIFE's expansions into South Korea is a strong strategic move for international growth. South Korea's vibrant cafe culture, trend-driven consumer, and strong digital lifestyle aligns well with TLIFE's positioning as a modern lifestyle beverage brand. Digital platforms and delivery service also make it easier for the brand to reach young and urban consumers. From an external environment perspective, South Korea offers politically stability and a well-structured business environment. However, strict food safety and franchising regulations require TLF to ensure full compliance in product labeling, ingredients, and operations to minimize risk. In Economically, the market has high potential due to strong purchasing power and a developed retail network. A true competition is intense and operations costs are high. To succeed, T-Life must offer good value while maintaining product quality. Differentiation will be essential by highlighting its Malaysian brand identity, offering affordable price, and adapting flavors to local tastes. TLF can stand out from competitors. Lastly, franchising is the most suitable entering strategy, allow faster market entry with low risk. Supported by digital marketing, influencer partnership, and delivery platforms, this approach can help TLF build brand awareness and achieve long-term growth in South Korea. That's all for our group. Thank you.